Welcome back on the program. Now to the newspaper review. We'll kickstart with the Nation newspaper this morning. And the big story there says minimum wage. Federal government organized private sector on 62,000 naira minimum wage as Labour disagrees, pushes for 250,000 naira minimum wage. And the governors are also saying why we can't pay 60,000 naira minimum wage there. Nigeria's economy to hit 1.85 trillion US dollar by 2029. That's coming from IMF. And give Tinubu one more year to fix country, Bode George tells Nigerians. All of the stories on the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning.
And on the Saturday Telegraph, the big story here says the federal government, governors on collision course over minimum wage. State rejects 60,000 naira, says it is unsustainable. Aviation sector lost over 4 billion naira to the strike. Stakeholders are saying, and treasonable felons, economic saboteurs address in Agbada. Moving convoys, NLC replies the SGF. While Labour may insist on 100,000 naira benchmark for new minimum wage. And also, a supplier made 32 billion naira by federal government, failed to deliver 3 million meters after 21 years. That's according to the Minister of Power, Adilabu. It says 12.7 billion naira out of 32 billion naira now recovered. Tribunal finds multi-choice 150 million naira, orders free 1-month subscription to customers. President Tinubu committed to lasting peace, security, according to the defense minister. The police get new DIGs, 122 AIGs, CPs, and orders. Autopsy reviews drug reaction as possible cause of Mohbad's death, according to reports. The story is making the front page of Saturday Telegraph.
All right, we'll move to First News. And the big story there says minimum wage deadlock. FG offers 62,000 naira. Labour reduces demand to about 250,000 naira. Talk stalled. And also as NGF push back against FG's earlier 60,000 naira proposal sparks a looming conflict. Labour slams SGF for treason remark, demand retraction of anti-workers outburst. And the army eliminates 202 terrorist kidnappers, arrests 437 others. Grant Tinubu one more year to perform, but the judge urges Nigerians. And our soldiers killing, Governor Otto raises bounty of 30 million naira. And also World Cup qualifier there. Nigeria, South Africa play out 1-1 draw. All right, all the stories on the front page of First News this morning.
And to the leadership weekend, still on the minimum wage, federal government offers 62,000 naira. Labour demands 250,000 naira. 11 states cannot afford to pay as fresh crisis looms. And South Africa holds Super Eagles to 1-1 draw in Uyo. The story is making the front page of Leadership Weekend.
The Saturday Times this morning, and the big story is all about the minimum wage. Crisis ahead as governors shoot down 60,000 naira minimum wage. And also more stories. Gunmen unleash terror in Niger community, kill 30 in daytime attack. And also improvement on border security remains a priority. And also accepting you are aging, don't be deceived by process. The one warns Genevieve. That's on the masthead of Saturday Times this morning. Emir Tasso Court reserves judgment in suit filed by the 15th Emir of Kano. Electricity agency officials in trouble over alleged 1.8 billion naira fraud. All of the stories on the front page of Saturday Times this morning.
Let's turn our attention to Saturday Independence on the rising cost of medication. We are dying, Nigerians groan. Give indigenous health research development priority. Set up intervention development fund in the health sector integrate indigenous medical practice into conventional system. Doctors tell the federal government. Honor bestowed on Soyinka timely, says Afenifere, urges the government to inject his humanism philosophy into governance. Governors reject 60,000 naira minimum wage, insist it is not sustainable. We're disappointed in you for likening our strike to treasonable felony. Labour replies the SGF. And despite NIWA's 10.9 billion naira budget, no fewer than 17 people die on waterways every month. EU, UNDP amplify fight against sexual gender-based violence through the movie Deafening Silence. The story is making the front page of Saturday Independent.
The Guardian newspaper this morning, and the big story is all about the minimum wage, why we can't pay 60,000 naira minimum wage. Governors declare. Page 2 there of the Guardian newspaper. And FG committed to ending illegal bunkering, pipeline vandalism, piracy. The minister there talking. And Tinubu commissions vice president official resident abandoned for 14 years. All right. On the masthead now, Roberta Oyadokun's striking balance between work and personal life is crucial for long-term success and well-being. And at Jao, Lautex, Golden Ball shares inspiring journey on humble beginning. All of the stories on the front page of the Guardian newspaper this morning.
On the platform Times, the federal government recovers 12.7 billion naira metering funds from local suppliers after 21 years, according to Adelabu. Sultan declares Sunday Salah Day. Nigeria's current account balance hit $1.43 billion surplus, according to the IMF. Stop harmful chemicals in food storage. Soludo's wife warns traders. And on the Hajj 2024, 1.2 million pilgrims converge on Saudi Arabia. NUC raises alarm over insecurity in Nigerian universities in Ogun. NIPR leads the charge against climate crisis. Federal government to increase nursing institutions' annual enrollment quota to 100,000 naira. The story is making the front page of the Platform Times.
All right, let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And the big story there is all about the minimum wage. Negotiation hits another dead end. Page 7 there of the Vanguard newspaper. FG offers 62,000 naira and Labour asks for 250,000 naira. And report forwarded to Tinubu for decision. Why we can't pay the 60,000 naira minimum wage that's coming from governors, says all their FAC allocations will go into salary payment. And more stories there. Drug reaction caused Mohbad's death, autopsy reveals. Why we are enjoying a good relationship with Edo workers. And that's coming from the governor of the state, Obaseki. Obedient movement not domiciled in any political party. Will be there talking. Let's quickly move on to the masthead of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. My first shocker as governor. That's coming from the governor of Benue State, Governor Alia. All right, health, promising new saliva test for early prostate cancer detection. Page 18 there of the Vanguard newspaper. All of the stories on the front page of Saturday Vanguard this morning.
I move to Saturday Punch. Farmers predict worsening food crisis, blame fuel subsidy removal, insecurity, asks consumers to brace for more price hikes, warn government against food importation. Federal government unveils revised national policy on food safety, promises food abundance. And on the minimum wage, federal government proposes 62,000 naira. Governors want 57,000 naira. That's on page 4 of Saturday Punch. Policemen abandon stop and search duties, turn roadblocks into collection centers. And federal government spent 697 billion naira on revenue collection in 11 months. According to a report there, the story is making the front page of Saturday Punch.
This day now, and the big story, it's about the minimum wage again. Right, governors differ, labor OPS, that is the organized private sector, divided as FG offers 62,000 minimum wage, and tripartite committee forwarded recommendation to president for consideration. And also more stories there. One gap in policy consistency taking toll on economy, investor confidence. All right, let's quickly move on now. More stories there on the masthead. NUPRC target 50% monetization of fled gas, achieve 60% fugitive methane reduction. All of these stories there. A quick one there. FG to approve new national electricity policy by September. All of this on this day newspaper this morning.
And finally, on Sporting Life, Leicester confirm Iheanacho's exit. Foxes hold talks with Ndidi. Osimhen's exit key to Lukaku's Napoli move. That's a feature on page 4 of the Sporting Life. And on page 7, it will be launches music career. Dele Bashiru saves Eagles. Finidi-led side, now second from bottom. Seek redemption in Abidjan against Cheetahs on Monday. And Eze gets 60 million euros release clause. Mercy not sure of playing at the 2026 World Cup. That's on page 4. So, and Rashford admits to speeding on motorway. The story is making the front page of the Sporting Life.
Interesting stories on the front pages of a newspaper this morning. It's all about the minimum wage. Olamide. The governors are saying no. Labour is saying this is what we want. Back and forth argument on this development.
And according to what our guest said earlier, of course, it is subject to approval by the president. The president can decide to pass his veto.
And basically, the issue of minimum wage is on the exclusive list where the National Assembly would definitely, after getting to the president, move to the National Assembly before it's definitely passing to law.